Hey everyone, welcome back to another behind the scenes video. In the last one we did the behind the scenes for a little Bed Wars short that I did, and this one is going to be quite a bit longer actually, because this one is the Dawko animation I did, which was like a minute and 18 seconds I think, and yeah, so I guess we could just jump right into it. So in this scene, this was my first ever time actually doing lip sync, and how I did that was I've got this chart here and right here, and what I do is I just drag this here, get this, and I grab this control right here, which is the mouth control. If I grab that, that could just like controls them out, and I listen to the audio of the original recording, and I just looked at this chart and then matched it based on what he was saying, and that's basically how I do lip sync. I had lip sync in the last behind the scenes, but I didn't explain it because I just forgot. And I know I did explain how keyframes were, but just in case there's any new viewers or people that haven't seen the last one video, I'm gonna explain it here as well. So all of these dots here, right here, are keyframes, and basically what you do is if you press I and then just go to a different thing and then press I again, I have like this bone selected, this shoulder bone, and then it moves from there to there in that time period. So that's basically what keyframing is. So yeah, I just did the lip syncing and stuff, and just moved them around, the basic keyframe stuff. I don't know, all this is just keyframes, there's no special stuff here. There is some other cool stuff in there, so that's basically just this file. All of the different little scenes were in a separate file. This is just its own file. After this, there's nothing else in the entire timeline. It's just this. So if we go to the second one here, this is the one where you counted the lava fall and the waterfall, and I basically just did the lip sync again, and yeah, that actually isn't much to explain here either. Okay, and then in the third scene, okay, another scene where there isn't much to explain.
Hello, Mr. Big Hair, you mate.
There's nothing to explain there. It's just all keyframed. Fifth scene, did that have something? No, that was just keyframed. There's nothing. There's nothing special here. Sixth one has gotta have it, right? Okay, so in this scene, all the other scenes, there wasn't much to explain. It's just a whole bunch of keyframes. There's nothing special I did. There's just all keyframed. But this one, as I actually have something to explain here. So, I'm just gonna delete the audio file because it's distracting. Okay, so when he throws the egg here, you can see it cracks into a whole bunch of pieces. When he does that, you can see the egg goes through the ground. You can see there's the egg through the ground, and then there's these pieces right here. So next frame, those pieces come up, and then the egg is still down here under the ground. And yes, this is what's under the ground. It's insane. But yeah, he throws that, the egg goes under the ground, and then those pieces come up, and it looks like he threw the egg and it cracked. So that's that one. Here in this scene, we have Dawko in like a foresty kind of area. There isn't really much to explain here either. I could explain some stuff. So I did this like little creeper explosion thing. I didn't really know what I was gonna do for like the part where he's about to explode. What I just did is I just scaled him up and down a whole bunch of times, and literally it was the first thing I tried. I didn't think it would work too good, but it worked perfectly fine. It looked great. Here, if I go here, Let's see, this keyframe, this one. Okay, so before I see how like here he does like a head turn like every like 3 frames, but here, well, I just deleted those keyframes, but before I added those in, it was just like that, and then I just turn the head every few frames, and then it like looks like that, and it looks much better. Yeah, this isn't really much to explain there. It's just a whole bunch of keyframes. This one is actually very interesting. This is probably the most interesting part of the whole thing here. So here he takes diamonds, right? This is all one mesh. This isn't 3 meshes parented. It's just one mesh. It's in his hand the whole time, and it scales up when he takes it, and then when he puts it in the other hand, it's a separate one. It's a different one that's been in his hand the whole time. So this one was in his hand the whole time, but it scaled up when he took that one and put it in the other hand. So in this frame, it's the one, the diamonds here are in this hand. They're the diamonds that were from this hand. And then in this frame, they're the diamonds that were in this hand the whole time. And then when he takes them again, they're literally the same exact diamonds from before, just scaled up again. And then when he puts them on, it's a different one that scales up. So there's 3 sets, no, 2 sets of diamonds that are already in his hand from the start here. Like, even like, over here, all the diamonds are in his hand there. And then they just scale up when he puts them in there. I'm really proud of it, actually. It looks really good. I did it. I just, like, duplicated the one that was in his left hand and then, like, tried to position it right. Yeah. So, yeah, that's basically how in animation you do, like, handing something to a person, or putting something in another hand, or putting something on a table or whatever. It's always done like that. You have one object that's scaled up in the hand, and then when you put it on the thing, it scales down, and then another one that's already on the thing scales up, and it looks like it put it in there. So yeah, there is one more little scene here. This is transition here. This is just a mesh here that is just sitting there, and then this is just plain with the texture on it, and I just have his head here, and there's the rest of his body right there. Over here, it's like super small, and then it scales up and then comes at the camera, and it looks pretty good. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the Dawko animation. Not as much to explain as I thought, but yeah, that's it. Bye.